Hey, hiking in with my wife. It snowed a whole bunch last weekend. Well, last weekend, it's this weekend. It's Snowpocalypse 2022. It was a little crazy getting here. Highways are a bit slippery, but so far it's been worth it. It's absolutely beautiful today. Snow is deep. We got a sled pulling everything in, and I got a shovel in my other hand. So almost to camp, and it's time to party. Okay, so I'm back out in Mohican Forest again, and I'm gonna paint a pretty picture. Sorry, I'm gonna paint another painting, and so my inspiration for this, because I wanted to do something besides Mohican again, but right now with how crazy the weather's been, because if you live anywhere near the Midwest, especially, well, I mean, I'm sure it was probably worse other places, but at least in Ohio, we got dumped on pretty good. So Mohican's about an hour away from my place. And right around these times too, there's just no one here. So you don't see any human beings at all. So you definitely got the isolation. You feel like you're out in the middle of nowhere, even though I have a lovely plane that's flying over top right now. But so one of my biggest inspirations that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm a little bit intimidated, is I wanted to paint an owl. I've never drawn an owl, and so not even with pencil. So I think the biggest, well, I don't think the biggest inspiration for doing the owl is there's a lot of times that I'm here late at night. I'm either soloing or, you know, maybe I'm with my wife and my daughter. Either way, late at night, the owls just start going crazy here, and a lot more than they do at other backpacking spots around Ohio, especially in the wintertime. So there's a lot of times that I'm laying there at night and I'm kind of thinking like, yeah, where's that coming from? What kind of owl is that? Like, and they've made some crazy noises too, which makes me think they might be barred owls, because I guess they can kind of sound like monkeys. But I've definitely heard great horned owls as well out here. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to paint. It might just be a sort of a hybrid of the two, but my idea, my vision is that the owl will be at the top, because I have this like kind of vertical board. It's actually the board that I was supposed to bring from my first painting adventure here in Mohican. So I remembered it this time. So yes, I think it's probably time to paint. I'll show you my setup. I had to, you know, snow shovel everything out, but I think I got everything set up now. And yeah, it's time to go. You know what? I'm just gonna flip this camera around. You're gonna walk with me. So here is my setup. I'm down by the water. I really wanted to get down here. The last time I actually came here and painted at Campsite 5, because we're camped out at Campsite 5 right now. My plan was to actually come down here because I thought it'd be way prettier than up at camp. But obviously, you know, forgetting my canvas and just being behind on time, and never could have done it. But long story short, I really love this area, especially, you know, in the winter time with all the snow, and you got the river running through here and all these rock formations, and the trees are just absolutely beautiful. You can see the river just kind of snakes through. I'll give you just a little bit of up view there. Yeah, so really, really, really cool area. This is definitely a special spot. So, and it's a special spot in my heart. So I'm really hoping that this painting is going to turn out well. I mean, of course I wanted to turn out well. I wanted to turn out amazing, actually. The last two paintings have been great. I want to knock this one out of the freaking park. So wish me luck. Well, I guess by the time you watch this, it would have already been over with. So wish me future luck for other stuff. Oh my God. All right, time to paint. So a lot of the times when I paint, I start off with a large brush and I just start putting arbitrary colors on there. Sometimes those colors just end up getting covered up. I just more or less did it for fun. But this time, try something a little different. I'm going to try the tiniest brush that I have, and that's where we're going to start. Up here is going to be the owl-ish. I have no idea right now how big I want to do him. I just know eventually it's going to kind of fade to black because he's sitting in the darkness. So, you know, we got to get some crazy eyes going here and beak somewhere in the middle. I think I just kind of want everything super uniform. So I don't know if you've noticed, but the backgrounds that I've done before had a bunch of, oh man, this is gonna suck taking all these gloves off. I usually have a kind of much more of a defined background, but this white background I think should work just fine. So I think we're just going to play a little bit here. Like I said, I just usually start, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just, maybe that's where the eyes go. Maybe that's where the nose goes. I don't know. But, yeah, like I said, I like to start off with my paintings, you know, just kind of having fun. Nothing serious at all. Because the more serious I get, especially on a white canvas, that's just asking for trouble. I just start off with some blues. I'm not even really mixing paint at this point. Maybe just we'll toss a little bit of white in there for fun. I did it for fun. So I haven't talked during any of these paintings before, but some of my friends mentioned that might be a good idea. Kind of talk through your process. I don't really necessarily have a solid process either. A lot of it's just kind of more, I guess my process is goofing off. I tell you what, this hand is already frozen. The hand holding the plate is totally fine. Why is the hand that's actually moving, the one that I need to do work, why is it cold? But yeah, I mean, I guess I don't really have a process, so to speak, at least at this stage. I guess at this stage I'm still just kind of having fun, kind of goofing off. But I think once I get a little more serious, when the painting starts to get a little deeper, I have a little bit more of a strict regimen. Because, you know, you get so far in, especially if you're liking what you're doing. See that? My hand is frozen. That was kind of nice starting off with a small brush. I don't ever do anything like this. This is cool. I like this. I think for me, like in the beginning, it's all about coverage. You know, I want to get big slops of paint on there so it feels like I'm getting things accomplished. All right, it's time to warm up my hand. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know if you can feel this through the, sorry, I got this in my mouth. I don't know if you can feel this through the computer screen or your phone or TV, but man, that is like bone-chilling cold. I have no idea if that's going to be the eyes, but I think those are kind of cool already, just goofing off. So yeah, I warmed up my hands a little bit, but they're still really cold. It's funny, this brush is frozen. Oh, no, it's not actually. Yeah, I think I'll kind of stick with the small brushes for now. At least for this piece, this part of the piece. I know it kind of seems lame that I'm starting with the eyes for the owl, but it just makes sense. They are starting to develop. I might stick with it. Oh, look, I got ice on the canvas. That's kind of cool. That's kind of fun. I'll toss a little black there. A little bit of black. Don't know why. I think one thing that I always try to consider whenever I paint is brush strokes. Like, what does that brush stroke look like? Does it look better kind of like a deep wet brush stroke, or, you know, or do we want something more kind of like the dry, where you get like these sort of swirls and loops and stuff, you know? Like, all your brush strokes can just be, each brush stroke can be a piece of artwork all by itself. I don't know, that's at least what I think. It's kind of stupid, I guess. But I don't know. It's kind of like pixels on a phone or a computer screen. Each brushstroke is like a different little pixel that builds the final piece. Whew. Yeah, hands are freezing. I think I'm going to stick with the small brush just for a tiny bit more, but then I'm going to move to the medium brush. Still trying to figure out where all that paint got all over my hands. And I think right now, just kind of still playing around with the eyes. No clue really what I'm going to do with them in the end, but I kind of like to just sort of let the painting develop itself. I feel like I want to mix up some colors too. Although these are pretty good base colors. This is definitely something to build off of. It's just crazy, like when you're out in the woods, like one of my favorite things to be out here is just to sit and listen to nature. It took me a while to do that because it's like you get so busy in your life and then you get out here and it's like you're still in that go, 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 I gotta go mode. And then, you know, you take that moment to finally sit down after you got camp set up and maybe you got your firewood ready and whatnot, but you know, even then it was still hard for me just to like let go and stop and listen and pay attention to what's going on around me. And the one thing I've noticed about the painting so far is like that comes a lot easier, you know, because I'm sitting out here. Granted, the entire time I'm kind of freezing my bones off, but like you just tune into nature so much easier, especially while I'm painting. Just kind of almost happens naturally, like I'm not even really trying to just zone out or meditate or force myself to listen to nature. It just, I don't know, it just kind of happens without any effort. It's just kind of cool. Yeah, I definitely want to switch up some paints. These are great, but yeah, I'm definitely getting kind of the same feel. I want to get a little more pop, a little more texture. So the only thing that I'm a little bit worried about now is this is supposed to be basically in the dark. You know, dark background, like just sitting in a tree in the middle of the night, you know, making your crazy owl calls. That's a hoot. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. All right. Time to mix some more paints and warm my hands back up. Alright, so I know it's kind of a cardinal sin, but I think I'm going to stick with this little tiny paintbrush that I've been working with. Because usually, you know, you want to change up, so as much as you're changing your colors, you want to change your brush, so you're doing different kinds of brush strokes, different shapes, different sizes. But I don't know, at least for what I'm trying to get done today, I'm kind of liking this. I'm going to keep with it. I almost feel like if I got a bigger brush, I might like want to start working faster and bigger, and I feel like that's just going to mess up what I've got going here. So I have a couple of pictures of owls down here that I'm kind of looking at, and I noticed that the eye is really yellow. Not that I specifically want to make my eye yellow just because in the photograph it looks yellow, but I definitely want to at least add a little bit to it to kind of give a little homage, if you will. But man, I'm just trying to keep warm at this point. I just need the sun to pop up, just a little bit of warmth. But you know what? I've got a little bit of warmth here. This is Captain Morgan's 100 proof spiced rum. Oh, holy moly! God, this is supposed to go with our hot apple cider we have back up at camp. It's a little rough on its own. Oh, man. Oh, my God. Okay. All right. Let's paint. Get that yellow in there. Let's get that yellow in there. At least the yellow I have, the only problem that I have with it is it's almost like translucent. As soon as you put it on top of anything else, I guess it could be a benefit to see all the colors underneath, but at least for what I'm trying to do here, you can slop it. No, that's not slopping. That's dabbing. Yeah, see, I'm working the yellow in too much. It's almost like I'm forcing it. Yeah. It's like when you start a painting, you start off with this fire in your belly, and then by the time you start getting some stuff done, then all of a sudden it becomes, I don't want to say not a chore, but it almost becomes, I don't know, mixed in too much, and you start doing the same brush strokes and patterns and things like that. I need to break that. Maybe I'll do a big color change. I know you can't see this right now, but that's because it's a secret. Do that. See, that's what I needed. I needed some bigger brush strokes. Something that's a little bit more, something a little more fun. That's kind of looking cool. There we go. I was starting to get a little drab in there. I try to constantly mix a new color, whether I'm mixing it on the palette itself or I mix it right directly on the canvas. That's at least the way I like to do things. It just adds more action, more fun. See, that's where cardinal sin. I'm starting to overwork an area. You could tell because it starts to get either gray or brown, which is funny too because I'm going in for more. I just can't help myself. Okay, there we go. We're gonna leave it alone. You know what? I'm not saying I'm done. But what I am saying is I need to set this down for a second. Oh, but I can't. Oh, I just want to work just a little bit more. That's the problem. See, that's my problem. That's my biggest flaw when it comes to art. I can't put it down when it's time to put it down. Or just, oh, dry brush it. Dry brush. Dry brush, dry brush, dry brush. Boom. I don't know. Boom. I don't know why there was a boom there. Boom. Okay. That might be a good stopping point. So, I'll turn the camera around here in a second, but so far, I really like what I'm doing. There's a lot of intensity in the eyes, which is cool. I think the biggest thing that I got to do right now, and I hate to say it, but is stop. Like, at least with how this is looking currently, at least how I work, I think a lot of artists, maybe they might just be able to just go through, maybe work on a different part, put background on and stuff. But right now, I don't want to. I think right now I want to call it and take it back to camp. I don't even know if I said anything yet, but my wife is back at camp right now, and she probably has a fire going, and we got hot cider there, and man, that sounds really good right now. So yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna call it, and well, with the hot apple cider, do maybe one more rumski. Cheers. Well, that wasn't as harsh as the first time. Yeah, I think we're gonna call it. So, back to camp, and if you're curious, I'll show you what the camp setup looks like. It looks pretty nice this time. I usually, when I solo, camp on a tarp, but my wife is like, I'm not sleeping under a tarp. So we actually have a legit tent this time. But the two of us, with as cold as it is supposed to be tonight, inside the tent, should be pretty decently warm with our body heat. Okay, cool. So yeah, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek of what I'm working with here right now. But not a bad start. It's cool. I'm stupid. So it's dinner time. You ready for some dinner, honey?
Dinner time.
Oh my God, that looks so good, doesn't it?
It looks amazing. Just pile it all on there. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Pile it all on?
Hell yeah.
Cool. Let's do it. Oh, that's awesome.
I'm currently chewing on a pepper.
How's the Philly cheesesteak? Did you taste it yet?
It's delicious.
It does look pretty good. I can't wait. All right, so slept pretty decent all night, and we're both really super thirsty, so it's time to get up and make some water, maybe have some coffee. We're gonna go ahead and head out of here, get something to drink, get something to eat. It's another beautiful day. It's been killer out here. Say hi, babe.
Hi, babe.
All right, next time you see me, I'll be back home and let's try to get this painting finished.